What up, brahs? We're being followed by a cop. We're on Grums. We're fleeing for our lives. Welcome to Chicago. Okay, so there's been some what we're gonna call it, stunt community drama, and sometimes there's a little bit of drama here and there. Stunters getting their feelings hurt, or wrecking and being mad at somebody for them wrecking, or you know, kind of normal stuff that's to be expected. But there's been some bigger stuff lately. Some large amounts of people disliking other people. It's been interesting. There's stunt drama. I'm gonna talk about it because I feel like there's parts of the story that are not being told. So there's like two sides and then a middle spot, and one slightly to the left, slightly to the right. It's like the most political thing I've ever seen involving all of us stunt guys. But basically, I'm gonna take a very democratic take at this. I'm gonna say what my southern values would say that I should do in certain situations, but I'm not gonna really say either or is wrong or the bad guy in this case. This is not gonna be taking shots at anyone. This is not gonna be making anyone a bad guy. This is just gonna be looking at all the evidence and looking at how it's all played out and talking about it and leaving it up to you, the person that's watching, to decide what you think. But either which way, I don't think it should change anybody's views on particular people. If you like, I don't know, if you like Dank Willie, like Dank Willie. If you like Brian 66, like Brian 66. If you like both of them, like both of them. I like both of them. I'm still gonna watch both their videos. But I think this drama is a little bit one-sided, it feels like. Or at least, I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot that people don't know. So I'm just gonna go back to ESR this last year. Dank Willie was a part of ESR for a while, and he got told, he got asked to come do a show because ESR was doing big time things. If any of y'all have been to ESR, then y'all know what I'm talking about. They had like an arena type thing and big venue, whatever. A lot of fun, a lot of like, it wasn't just meet in a parking lot and then stunt ride. It was like we had a whole place. And so Dank was supposed to come do a show Saturday, and that was their contract, their deal or whatever. Get paid, come do the show Saturday. Rep your team type thing. I believe it was rep your team at that time. I think he was still part of ESR at that time. He might be part of ESR right now, but I highly doubt it. I don't know for facts. I just seriously doubt it. Oh, the dirt bike showed up. Yeah, bounce it. That's the thing I don't understand. I can't bounce these things yet. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Oh yeah, chase it hard. So basically, he shows up, or he can't do it. He's got to go help his homeboys, something about a shop, and helping him start up that business and being there to put on the show for it. So of course ESR's like, cool, do that. But then Dank shows up and rides for maybe 30 minutes, an hour on Sunday, which is not part of their deal, and still wanted to get paid. So after that, he's been pissed at ESR, taking shots at ESR, talking about, I can't remember what he said exactly, but he said some taking little shots at ESR and everybody involved with ESR. And that's a lot of dudes. And mind you, that's a lot of Texas dudes. And Texas dudes are about that. If you're going to talk trash, like, let's fight about it. Let's put the gloves on. Or I should say, let's take the helmets off, put the gloves on type stuff. And, I don't know. Oh, that was close. Which is going to be relevant here later when we start talking about Justin. So anyway, he took shots at that. Going on talking about Chicago, somewhere in some comment section on one of his own videos, a fan asked him if he was going to Chicago for Lean Back, and he said that he doesn't support those kind of events, so he's not sure, or something along those lines. So that pissed off a ton of people from Chicago. Okay, like what about Lean Back does Dank not like that he's gonna openly say he doesn't like or don't support? Like what is not to support about Lean Back? It's a big stunt ride. You're a stunt rider, and once again, this is democratic. Okay, I'm just saying it out loud. I'm not telling Dank this. It's not like I'm talking to Dank and telling him why I want to. I'm just throwing it out there to why everyone's feelings are all hurt about it. That dude is chasing them wheelies. You know, I can't say much. I chase wheelies on a Grom. What's wrong with me? Wheelie a big bike, can't wheelie a freaking Grom. So he said that about ESR. There was some other stuff, apparently some other big name stunt riders that he had some kind of minor beef with. I don't want to like go in and like name names and stuff, but I talked to a bunch of different people and some big people that know a bunch of people to get kind of everybody's stories on the situation. I talked to Dank personally, and Dank, I asked him specifically why he said he don't support those kind of events, and he really didn't give me an answer. He just said that the way he worded it to me was basically they're taking it out of context, making it sound like he said that 3 days ago, which I don't see how that's really relevant, honestly. Like, if you say you don't support that kind of event, why does it matter if you said it a year ago or 3 days ago? If you don't take it back, you know, then why would you say it? Like, what is your meaning behind this? Do you have a beef with someone? You know, do you openly not want to just say you support big stunt rides like this because it looks bad on your name, which would be understandable if you were like a lot guy, but Dank isn't. He rides streets. So it can't be that. We got a freaking Razor or K&M in the pack now. This is turning into something. It's like, I love lean back. This is Sunday. This is the day that everybody's leaving, and we're freaking just riding in one direction. And now we just picked up riders and a whole freaking K&M. So for some reason, this is going to get a broad spectrum. And once again, I'm not taking a shot at Dank. I'm just throwing this all out here for everybody to examine. There's all these people with all these independent stories having some kind of issues with Dank, or Dank having some kind of issues with them, and it's either all these big stunt groups and these big names all are just conspiring and evil against Dank, or maybe Dank needs to be looking at himself a little bit more. It's too many people are saying the same thing about Dank. Too many people are saying that he's talking trash behind their backs and for whatever reason, and then he says some trash about lean back and then still shows up to lean back. Now, if I were, let's put it like this in an example. Now, once again, I'm not taking shots at Dank. I'm just saying, like, speaking as if this was me. If I say, you know, I don't support freaking Grom riders, but then I show up to the Grom ride with a Grom, then I'm going to definitely understand that people are going to be pissed at me, and I honestly, I would try to explain myself, because I don't want people to be pissed at me, because I honestly love Groms, and I love riding Groms because look how fun they are. Like, look at that. Why wouldn't you like that? So I'm gonna, you know, say, you know what, I said that, and this was why at the time, and, you know, I regret it, and I don't really mean it. I actually love Groms. They're sick. That's how I would go about this situation. So Dank comes to lean back after saying that he don't support these kind of events, and then not taking it back, and rides. And there's a ton of Chicago guys that are pissed about it, because here this guy is that said he don't support us. Why are you here? And I mean, I asked the same question, like, you know, why are you here? And like I said, I really didn't get a good answer. I really wish he would have gave me a good answer. You know, I don't know. He should have gave me a good answer. Like, there's got to be a good answer, but he didn't give me it for whatever reason. Oh, someone text me. Oh, let's see who texted me. I just retouched base with Brian for a second, because I asked him to send me that pic of that comment, and he said, when he got asked if he was going to lean back, he said, doubtful, I don't support those kind of events. So I made it even more soft than what it really was. Like, when you say doubtful, I don't support those kind of events, that sounds like, one, I don't like Brian 636 or Chicago riders in general, or that ride in general, and two, I'm definitely pretty much not going. Definitely pretty much, sorta. I gotta say all that because he did go. So, dang, that's a lot of kids. They'd be busy. I just, you know, I don't know. All I know is that if you say you don't support something and you show up to that ride that you said you don't support, and you know, try to circle with the rest of the guys that threw this ride on and, you know, insert yourself like that, you're asking for something. You're asking, I mean, like I said, this is just democratic, you know. It just, to me, outside looking in, that looks like you're just asking for a problem. You can say you're, you know, you're not trying to have a problem, you're just trying to ride and do your thing. Well, why would you say you don't support a ride and then come to it and try to ride and do your thing? That just, do you see how that doesn't make sense? It just don't make no sense. So, it just looks really bad, Dank. Okay? It just looks really bad. Nothing about that. Yeah, go girl. Nothing about that looks good. It just looks like you're saying, you looks like you're just saying, you know, F that and this and that and whatever. And then when I talked to Brian, trying to get Brian's side of the story, to which I just refreshed it up via text message, he was talking about when Dank Willie was down here last time and messed up his leg, and Brian let him stay with him and was totally nice to him for like a long time, like a month or so. And then, you know, Dank goes back to Florida and then gets upset with Brian for not talking to him enough or something along those lines, and then blocks him on, I think, Instagram and stuff. Like, really weird, petty stuff like that that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Dang, I suck. I need a Grom so I can not suck. Look at these guys. They make it look so easy, and they're clutching up in second. I can barely get up first. How do you get up in second? I don't understand. I'm just used to the motor doing the work, not my body. That's the problem. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, the more I talk about this to myself, the more I really don't, the more I really see nothing on Dank's side that makes any sense. Like, he shouldn't have came. He shouldn't have came. And then on top of that, you should have, if you did come, you should have apologized. Which I told him that from the beginning, and he said, you know, people are, you know, going to be mad about anything anyway. I'm like, that's true, but I don't know, dude. I'm Southern. And if I say something bad and then I regret it later or want to go to a ride that I dissed at one point, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to humble myself as a man and be like, hey, I'm sorry, that was shit, whatever. But instead, you just double down and show up and then play the innocent victim of why is everybody hating on me? I don't understand. I don't know. It don't make sense. And like I said, when I asked him, he said that, you know, people are taking that comment like it was right now, but that was just one comment to one fan. And you're right, that's one comment to one fan, but that's how you feel about all of this right here. So you can say it was just one comment to one fan, but that's how you feel about the whole thing. And if it's not, then why don't you take it back? Why don't you say, yeah, you know what, I messed up, I shouldn't have said that, but you didn't. So I don't know. So anyway, Justin's with ESR, and that's this thing that you know, some of the overflow of this. Justin was pissed about what the trash he was talking about ESR, and also knew the fact that he was in Chicago after talking trash about Chicago. So when Justin angrily went out there and shoved him off his bike, he had reasons. He wasn't just, he's not a jealous rider. A lot of people in my comments were saying he's just a jealous rider or this and that. Justin's a very talented rider. Not as good as Dank, but a very talented rider. And the only reason he went out there and pushed him is because he was pissed at the fact that Dank's there talking all that trash about his team. And then on top of that, showing up to Chicago when he talked trash about coming to Chicago. So Justin just reacted to it, and it wasn't the best reaction. I don't think it was right for Justin to push Dank off his bike, but I do think Dank is a very talented rider, and one guy pushing him off in a circle wheel is not going to hurt Dank, and clearly didn't. So I think it's like a kid playing in a playground. A kid pushes him down, and he lands in the, you know, the little mulch or the little rubber pieces, you know, that's on the ground now. Like, you know, it was mean, but the kid's going to be fine. Dank's going to be fine. So why? So it still comes back to why are you here? Like, what did you expect people to be like? You talk a lot of trash to a lot of different people people are going to react that way, you know? I don't know. I just really did not see Dank's side of things, and I really wish he would have gave me a better answer when I asked. I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to pry, and I'm not going to bug him about it. I'm just going to take what he told me, and I'm going to run it. I don't think Justin should have pushed him, and I don't think Dank should have went to Chicago to start with, but he did. I think if you're gonna diss somebody's ride or a group of riders that are gonna be at a ride, then you probably shouldn't show up to that ride, because they're gonna do something about it, or there's gonna be some kind of confrontation. You should expect that. That's pretty much my take on it. So everybody that's trying to find Justin and hate on Justin, leave Justin alone. He had his reasons. Dank's fine. Leave Justin alone. And nobody should be picking sides and being like, well, Brian or Dank. Y'all should all just do your own thing, and if you like watching Brian's videos or his Instagram, great. If you like watching Dank's YouTube and Instagram, great. Watch it. It doesn't matter. They're still going to ride, and it's still going to be cool, and they're still going to make good content, both of them. But in this particular situation, I don't think people should be really freaking out on the guys from Chicago hating on Dank, or the guys from Texas that are hating on Dank. I don't think everybody should be trying to hate on them, or Dank's falling shouldn't be trying to hate on those guys, because those guys have their reasons that Dank will not touch on. He just takes little shots here and there, and then shows up to the ride, and people react. Like, I don't know. That's exact. Some of the guys are going as far as saying that's what Dank wanted. Dank wanted to get a reaction to all these guys so that he can be a victim, and then that's that. I'm not gonna say that's what he did. You know, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not Dank, but I do know what it looks like, and it does look like that, or something along the sort. Or he's ignorant enough to think that nobody's gonna care or react to him being here.
Hey, you got any tools in that bag?
And I mean, that's really it. That's the gist of it. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be my final word on the whole matter, is that y'all need to love on each other some more. Everybody needs love. I came to Chicago by myself. I know some people up here or whatever, right? But I came here by myself. I had one subscriber dude that watches my videos and on my Instagram, and he's been in my DMs before because we talked about the 09 and stuff. He hit me up. He's like, hey, I'm going by myself if you want to get a room. I'm like, all right, bet, let's do it. So that's one dude from where was it? Missouri. One dude from Missouri. And then I had Ronald from ESR, and Ben, and what's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, they keep calling him his nickname, and I can't forget the nickname. But whatever. I basically had a bunch of randoms that I've never stayed with before, besides Ronald. I've stayed with Ronald before once. But them three guys stayed at a room, they got a room, and then me and Ben went to that room, and we had 5 guys in one room, and we have never all stayed with each other at the same time, and we had a fantastic time. It was great. We had the most funniest nights going to sleep, and just everything about it. We all came with the same purpose, to come ride and be friends with everybody. Like, we came to be friends with everybody that we met, and we had a great time. I mean, amazing time. I've had a blast out here. Also, my Cowie's broke, right? If it wasn't for that guy right there, Brady, I wouldn't have come at all, because he said, yeah, I don't know why, he has so many motorcycles, goofball. He's got 2 F4Is, a 929 in that Grom, and some supermoto and some other stuff at the house, but he said, let me take one of the F4Is. Well, he let me take the 929, and then 929 broke a boat, and he's like, well, I have the other F4I. So I took the F4I, and that's where I have all this. And then, no, I can't remember his name either, but then this dude is leaving tonight, and he went ahead and left me the Grom, so now I'm taking the 929 F4I and this Grom back in my truck. The point is, be friends with people. Be nice to people. Like, and look what comes out of it. We had a great time with a bunch of guys I've never stayed with. We had a great time together, And then on top of that, I got to ride a bunch of motorcycles that weren't mine and just have a blast. And that's what this is all about for me personally. I'm in it for the community and for, you know, just riding and having fun. But and it shows by the result of what kind of feedback I get. I get good feedback. I get guys that let me take their motorcycles. I get guys that'll room with me and like me. But then you go by example of, you know, the other persons we're talking about being dank coming here, and nobody wants him here. So either everybody's pure evil, which by example of me, it's kind of hard to see that unless everybody is just, what do you call it, fame hungry and wants, you know, some clout from dank. You know, maybe everybody's fame hungry and wants clout from dank, and that's why he's having the problems he's having. But all I know is by what I do, I feel like you just need to love on some people some more and be a little bit more humble around people, and, you know, try to live your life and example out that way. Not be trying to do this lone wolf stuff where everybody hates me and everybody's after my clout and this and that. Like, nobody, I don't know, let's say some people are after other people's clout, but I don't even have clout, so nobody's definitely after my clout. But point is that if you go out with the attitude of just being with friends and riding and being nice to everybody and just trying to have a good time, you're going to have a good time. But if you talk a lot of trash about people, oh, he just swerved the barrel, killer. If you talk a lot of trash here and there and take hits on teams, that's going to get a reaction out of the whole team, not just the one guy you might have been talking trash about, but the whole team is going to back up that one guy. And, or if you talk trash about a ride, everybody on that ride is going to be clowning on you. And you make your living off of stunt riding. Don't upset the stunt riding community, because as a whole, by my example that I can just say personally, it's good. Everybody here generally has the same exact goals. Like, we're just trying to learn some stunts and have a great time with all our friends.